Shalom. This video is about Martin Buber, one of the great modern theologians, existentialist theologians, influenced Judaism and Christianity in his theory of education. In 1925, at the Third International Pedagogical Conference in Heidelberg, Germany, he gave a paper, and it was really the first time that existential philosophy treated education as a serious topic. And I just wanted to review the 10 points of his educational philosophy because I think they're very helpful in modern times. Number one, he said, teaching is inseparable from deed. Learning is useless without living, and the pure amassing of knowledge is not education. It must lead to deeds. Kind of based on the Jewish idea of when the Jews accepted the Torah, they said, Na'aseh v'nishma. We'll do it and then we'll understand it. It's in the deed, learning for deed. Number two, education of character is the supreme goal of the educational endeavor. And that's kind of based on the Hebrew word for education. It's from a verse in Proverbs which says, train the child in the way they should go, and when they're older they will not depart from it. The word is chanech, which can mean to train. It also, the Department of Education is the Department of Chinuch in Israel. And finally you have Chanukah, based on the same root, which means dedication or rededication. Third, Buber said, the teacher's only access to the totality of his student is to win his confidence. 4. The major task of education is to awaken in students the desire to assume responsibility for their actions. 5. Adult education is very important. Ordinary teachers, Buber said, would not qualify as teachers of adults. And he founded the Teachers Institute for the Education of Adults in 1949. 6. The teaching of values is important. Buber's most cherished values were those inherent in the Torah and the books of the prophets. 7. Genuine education inspires to educate students so that their acquired knowledge becomes an organic part of their whole life. 8. Good teachers exert their influence not only by what they teach, but through their teaching personality. 9. Teachers ought not to dictate to students, but should permit them to reach their own conclusions. And finally, 10. Genuine education is not achieved through prescription, but by example. What counts in education more than content and educational strategy is the quality, integrity, and sincerity and commitment of the teacher, his identity with his students, and his ability to see the world from the student's point of view. Martin Buber's educational philosophy.